Everyone, today we have these garden beds here that we are going to install some drip tape in, and that's going to allow us to just have some irrigation, water these plants when we get them in without having to manually do it. So yeah, what we have here, I bought this kit. It's about, I think it was less than $30 or less than $40. This is 500 feet of drip tape, and I'll throw a link in the comment to this. And yeah, so what it comes with is the drip tape itself. I think this is 8 mil, so it's pretty thin. You can see it's very, very thin. This is not going to last forever. The goal is to, last a couple seasons and just replace it as needed. That's why it's so cheap. But what it is it's got these little holes here every 6 inches that will just slowly drip water your garden, and you run this for 30-40 minutes or so, and it takes care of your plants. So in the kit we get 2 of these valves here that we'll be able to connect to it. We have a T connector here so we can branch off. We have a coupling, and we have an elbow as well so we can turn it. So the thing about this drip tape is it runs straight, so you definitely need these pieces to make your bends and turns and things like that, because yeah, once the water's going through here, it straightens it up. So yeah, we have I think 10 of each of these, so it should be enough to kind of give us something to play with when we're doing our garden here. I got this in addition to it, so this I had to purchase separately. Once again, I'll throw the link to all of these in the description. And this, what this does is it will filter the water coming out of your tap, so nothing ends up in this line blocking these holes here. So first things first, we're gonna unwind some of this. We'll roll it out. I'm gonna do an example on these 2 beds here. It's not gonna be super fancy. We're just gonna have it going from one bed to the next. But yeah, well, I'll show you how we connect everything together and cut it and all that good stuff. All right, you can see I'm rolling out my strips, and I'm just taking some scissors and cutting it at my end here. So one thing to point out, it's a little, right here you can see this is where the dripper is. I like to cut in between the 2. That way it gives you this soft area to work with when we connect our attachments and stops and things like that. All right, so then we have that, and this one is set up. So this, what we're doing is going to be a little interesting and a little fun. It'll probably show us how to use all our attachments, because we're going to do 2 lines in that first bed, and we're going to do a 3rd line in this bed. So what I'm going to do is cut out a couple more strips, that way we can attach this all together, and I'll show you what that looks like. All right, so we're making a bend here. So we have this elbow. This is already loose. You just slide this in here, and then you twist this on. So once it's all the way twisted on, you can see you can't really pull this out. We'll do the same over here. If I can get this piece open. Slide it in and twist it around. All right, and then this is something I didn't show y'all earlier. There's these end pieces to just kind of stop it from just pouring out the end. We'll twist that on as well. All right, so you can see I already attached this T here at the end. Just put a little extra here so we can put our valve on. We'll tighten that up, and it's good. It's closed right now. But what I also created was this little piece right here, so we can attach a hose directly to this. And yeah, what I'm just gonna do with that is loosen this just a little. Work this onto here. And tighten this up so that it doesn't leak too much. All right, and we are about ready to test it out, but let me show you how to put this little filter on first. Like I said, we want it filtered, the water, because we don't want these little holes inside of this thing getting stopped up. So let me do that real quick. All right, here we go. We just hook this in like this. Get it nice and tight. And we'll attach our hose at this end as well. And we'll get it nice and tight. And it's as simple as that. This can even adjust like that. Perfect. All right, there we go. We're all set now. It is running. I had to play with the pressure a little bit because mine was a little bit too powerful and kind of popped this end off. So what I'm going to get is a pressure regulator for my spigot. But you can see here it's going pretty good. There on the ground you can see, it's hard to see how much is coming out, but here where it's hanging over, you can see it's dripping pretty quickly, and we're getting some good watering in. There's some areas that I'll just quickly trim back, that way it fits in a little bit better, and we can just play around with it and make it look a little nicer. The other thing too that I would point out, a good practice is to just cover this in mulch so you don't even see this, and it waters it, and then that water will actually get into the ground a little bit better, because right now you can see it's a little sunny and it's just going to kind of pull some of that moisture out real quick. So overall the process is super easy. Hope this video helps. Do me a favor, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and sorry for all this wind out here.